Ladies and gentlemen, once again, good evening. Welcome to the 3rd Annual Turkish American Convention. Getting our night started here on this beautiful boat ride. My name is Jenna Ledke. I will be your host this evening. I am a director at the Rumi Forum. It's an organization that is among the many other organizations in the Turkish American Alliance. A few things before we get started this evening. We are going to be having some reception time, and at 8 o'clock our boat will be departing, and we'll be having a program during that time and also a nice dinner. And we will return and we'll dock at 10 p.m. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce Dr. Faruk Taban, the president of the Turkish American Alliance. Please welcome him.
We are really honored to have each one of you here in this starting point of the convention. Actually, we started early morning with the press conference, and we had a great reception at the embassy, the Turkish embassy, with our Turkish parliamentarians. So, as Jenna said, my name is Faruk Taban. I'm the president of the Turkish American Alliance, brother umbrella organization. We are the host, and we have a great collaborator. TUSCON is the Turkish Business Confederation in Turkey. So we just have a partner with them, and we have a great the sponsors, Halkbank, Ziraat Bank, and Yıldız Holding. Those are our main sponsors. So we really appreciate for their support. So this couldn't be done without their help. Really quickly, we have a couple of speakers just after me, so I'm gonna do some other introduction after this quick words, and I'd like to give the microphone to Jane again to introduce our other speakers. So I'll come back, okay? I promise I'll come back.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have from the great state of Texas, Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee. Please welcome her. Give her a great round of applause.
Thank you so very much. It's my privilege to be able to welcome all of you and to the Turkish American Alliance. Dr. Taban, thank you so very much for your leadership. We're excited because we are filled today with ambassadors from the Turkic countries and all of you. Is this exciting or not? Are you having a good time already? Woe unto me, because I am being called to other meetings, and so while you are sailing, I'm going to be envious. But I wanted to make these very brief points, why this is so vital and so important. I want to acknowledge my good friend from Texas, Jeff Mosley, used to be head of the Greater Houston Partnership. He's obviously here because our governor knows where he should be. But I am here as a ranking member on the Border Security Committee and Maritime Security, which means that we have jurisdiction over all of America's ports. We know that Turkey in particular has 80% of its product coming through our local port. But the real issue that I want to speak of is how connected we are with the Turkic countries in our energy relationship, how the trade is building and building and building. And I know that our president recognizes that, because you are so smart to have a number of officials I know, but you have Ambassador Susan Cook, who is here, who I hope that will stand up and maybe even join me so that you can see her more aptly. She has been a dear friend and is knowledgeable about our relationships. And so I want our other ambassadors who are here. I know they're our Turkish ambassador, Azerbaijan. Who else is here? Where are our ambassadors from? Those, come on up. We're going to get you out of that seat and come on over and just stand so that we know how important this meeting is. Come on over. This is an appropriate place, Dr. Taban, for me to introduce the 21st Century Energy Caucus that is going to be working with all of these companies and countries to be able to establish a real energy policy in the United States that will recognize all of the above, which will certainly include the outstanding resources. Oh, I am getting wealthier and wealthier by the moment. I really am getting wealthier and wealthier. It is a delight to see all of these outstanding ambassadors and for me to extend the hand of friendship. We have more in common than just our trade. There is cultural comedy, if you will, collegiality, with the sizable populations in the United States and in Texas. We embrace you. But at the same time, the world is crying out for this partnership because the world needs the efficient, effective utilization of fossil fuel, in particular natural gas and oil. And you have found a very sizable stream that will impact your constituents and countrymen, and it will be a true partner for here in the United States. So why am I here? To extend the hand of friendship, to indicate to you that we'll be introducing the 21st Century Energy Caucus in the United States Congress of Senate members and House members. And we'll be focusing on working with all of you to have an energy policy that is not only vested in the United States, but it is vested around the world, but it is vested in our friends who are part of this alliance and part of the Turkic Country Alliance. Is that all right? And so, tonight, as you discuss trade, among many other issues, I want to make sure that you hear from a voice of Congress who comes from an energy state, the state of Texas, who can assure you that there are members of the United States Congress who prides the relationship with the region, with Turkic countries, who prides the democracy of which you are lifting up, who prides the way that you are treating your native countrymen and women, and prides the growth in which your countries are making. I ask that you accept our hand of friendship and that we can continue to work and build a seamless energy policy that provides for energy resources in places that cannot produce, and also provide the technology and the skills in places where they have the resources but not the skills and technology. You have it. And I think that that is what we should be bonding today to do. So I could cite for you billions of barrels and cite for you long-standing partnerships. But what I want to say is that I think we will be better off when we develop an international energy policy that takes into account the friendship here. Let me close on these words. Friendship comes in many different ways. There are many different ways that we have an opportunity to work together. In our religious institutions, in our institutions of higher education, and I want you to know that I've been very pleased to receive into my own district a number of students from the region in institutions of higher education. Our cultural exchange is also part of the way that we bond. But I also, as a member of the United States Homeland Security Committee, want to congratulate you and thank you for your concern about Homeland Security and the security of all people. And we thank you for being steadfast in the eye of some very difficult days. And so our friendship goes beyond our trade. It is an all-around friendship that will build our respective countries to the great level that I believe that we can. And to the distinguished ambassadors that are here, this is a hand of friendship on behalf of all of us, and to thank you for your great leadership. Thank you, Ambassador Cook, for your presence here. Please give her a very warm applause. One of the major appointees of President Obama, and when you get to stay in the second term, you are golden. So you need to give Ambassador Cook a very, very warm applause. Thank you all very much, and a thank you to our friendship.
Thank you.
Kazakhstan, it's a pleasure to be with you, my friend. Yes. All these places I have to be at, I haven't been in such a... Kazakhstan, thank you for coming your way too.
Ladies and gentlemen, we hope you enjoyed your meal. Now we're about to hear from the ambassadors of the Turkic states. We're going to start off with Ambassador Namık Tan from the Turkish Embassy. Please welcome him.
No problem. Honorable members of the American Congress, distinguished members of the Turkish Grand National Assembly, distinguished colleagues, Honorable Mayor of Antalya and Honorable Mayors who are coming from 10,000 kilometers away to the United States, honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is always difficult to talk after a politician. So a while ago, you listened to a very accomplished politician. She was so effectively communicating to you. So I am humbled today speaking after her. But she is a great friend of Turkey in this land of big thinking. Ladies and gentlemen, United States, a great ally of Turkey, is the land of big thinking. United States represents the power of diversity. United States represents the power of tolerance. United States represents the power of values that we all cherish. Turkey and United States, Turkey in its region as a regional power, together with the United States, has a lot to do. This relationship is indispensable. Turkey is indispensable for the United States, and United States is indispensable for Turkey. This relationship is important for stability, peace, and calm in our region. And globally, if we want to achieve peace and stability, that's also important. So today, ladies and gentlemen, we are giving a heads up, a startup to a very important event. One of the most important and prominent and prestigious civic institutions of the Turkic world. You all know Turkic-American Alliance has a lot to do to give a dynamism and to help us to take this relationship to further excellence, is doing a remarkable job. They have started just 3 years ago when they established themselves as an advocacy group, as a group which is so energetically and so ably reaching out to every walk of life in this great country. Honestly speaking, I was not expecting them to come to such a level. So please allow me to express my heartfelt appreciation and congratulations to TAA for their wonderful job. There are a lot of people who are the workers, warriors, and members of this organization, TAA, who do not get any penny from what they have done or what they are doing so far. So I think they deserve another round of applause for this. And we will have very, very inspiring and very, I think, full of knowledge and full of dynamism, the discussions I'm talking about. By tomorrow, all of us will be getting together from early in the morning until evening, and I'm sure we'll get another push for our efforts in making this very important relationship go to further heights. And I want to just make my remarks shorter, and I wish success and great achievements of TAA to continue. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ambassador Tan. Now I would like to ask the Ambassador of Azerbaijan, Ambassador Elin Süleymanov, to come and say a few words.
I managed to finish. That's good. Thank you. That's good. I think, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I think I need to congratulate, first of all, Turkey and all of us for having such a great ambassador as Ambassador Tan. Let's give him a round of applause. But actually, I'm saying that because I want to, as an excuse, to say the most important thing. I was about to leave this event. It's so stupid of me, but I wanted to go and see with the delegation. And the reason I couldn't do that is because the outstanding and energetic Hanım Figen Tan said, if I leave, she'll throw me into the water. And I learned something. I'll give you one advice. If Figen Hanım tells you something, listen to that. She's a very intelligent lady. Figen Hanım, çok sağ olun. Ladies and gentlemen, it's so good to be here. Thank you very much for organizing this event. Congratulations to TAA for being able to put together such a good thing. I am very grateful for TAA for their support, but I want to say that that support is based on the local chapters. That from the Pacifica Institute, we worked very closely in California, to the guys in the Northeast, to the guys at the Niagara Foundation in Chicago, which was very helpful to me. To my favorite part, of course, of the TAA is the Turquoise Council led by our good brother Kemal Öksüz in Texas. And my favorite brother, Orhan Büyük Osman in Oklahoma. So thank you very much. Whatever we do here, first and foremost, I think we need to congratulate Faruk Bey on the birth of his child. I think this is the most important. Faruk Bey, tebrikler olsun, congratulations, my brother. Çok sağ olun. Çok sağ olun. Look, our leader, Heydar Aliyev, said once, bir millet, iki devlet. And that is true. It's now we want to have bir millet, çoğu devlet olsun. Let us be together, let us work together. We need to build we need to build a community of commonality, and that's a very good thing. And I'm grateful for TAA for being able to do that, to bring us all together. You know, it's whether because we're lazy or whether because we're not organized, we're not able to do that very often. So I'm very glad that there are people like TAA, as Ambassador Tan pointed out, very much so, people who work as ambassadors without being paid. Thank you very much for doing that. I look forward to excellent discussion tomorrow. It's very interesting for us. I look forward to the panels. I know they're very interesting. I don't know exactly how they will turn out, but I look forward to a good discussion. Now, before we go, I want to point out something specific. In addition to all our good ambassadors from the Turkic nations, we have a very good brother from Montenegro. The great ambassador from Montenegro is with us tonight. Thank you very much for joining us with his lovely wife. And yes, he's a good man. He is a good man here. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. This is good. He's always good. You know, he's always with us. That's important. Thank you. Thank you for being.
Thank you for inviting me.
It's not me. It's TAA who invited us. Oh, we're guests. We're guests here. But before I go, it's not only us ambassadors of the Turkic nations here. It's not our good ambassador only from Montenegro. There's actually our common joint ambassador, the ultimate Turkic ambassador, Halil Akıncı, is with us today. The ambassador for Turkic cooperation. Ambassador, welcome here. It's a good man. If something gets done, he'll get it done. That's a good thing. Thank you very much. And now take the microphone away from me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ambassador. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to ask the Ambassador of Kazakhstan, Kairat Umarov. He's recently come to the DC area. Please welcome.
Thank you very much. Honorable members of Congress, dear ladies and gentlemen, my colleagues ambassadors, I'm very glad and honored to be at this very good evening. And I just would like to tell everybody, welcome on board. We all here on board for friendship, for cooperation, and I think this is quite a moment for all of us to be together, talking about common projects, about common ideas. And we're glad that we have here a very good friends of ours, and this is Turkic American Alliance, which get us all together here for this wonderful evening. I would like to ask you to give a huge applause to this group which is making it happen. I should say that they managed to get all of us here to share our deep roots of long history we have. I'm talking especially about the Turkic countries because, you know, we are modern states, but at the same time, we have thousands of years of history. And I'm sure that we will be able, during these discussions, during this informal and tomorrow, during formal discussions, to deliver more knowledge about our country's history and modern day. You know, modern day is more important because we have very close relationship with the United States. For example, Kazakhstan and the United States has a strategic partnership, and we have quite a diverse relationship between the two countries, starting with security issues and going up to the different other areas like energy, like science and technology, and education. And I just would like to say that Member of Congress, Madam Jackson Lee, was talking in a very good voice here, in a very good spirit and mood. She was extending a hand of friendship. And I would like to say that we're not only holding this hand firmly, but we are embracing each other, and this is a very important thing. Let me just say that tomorrow we will have, of course, a more formal discussions, and we will have a chance to know more about each other. We have ambassador from Montenegro here, and I'm sure that as a brother, he also joined us at this very good function. Dear friends, I would like to wish all of us a great success tomorrow at the convention. And I would like to wish every success to each and everyone who is here, who has this real brotherly relations with other countries and with our nations. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to now ask the Ambassador of Kyrgyzstan, Mukhtar Jumaliev, to come to the stage.
Dear friends, distinguished guests, excellencies, it's a really great honor and privilege to me to be here with you. And I would like also to welcome my compatriots, урматтуу мекендештерим, Кыргызстандан келген, Вашингтонго кош келиңиздер. As ambassador of Kyrgyzstan, I'm proud to represent my country in the United States and have a privilege to speak to you this night and to thank our organizers and especially Mr. Faruk Taban for his such a tireless efforts in building and bringing us together. And Kyrgyzstan enjoys excellent cooperation and partnership with you. We really appreciate on your cultural activities, bringing all the Turkic diasporas in the United States, and we really appreciate and thankful for this opportunity. We are represented here with a big delegation, and our delegation will represent tomorrow, headed by our member of the parliament, Mr. Kanibek Imanaliyev, and I'm proud to say that we are, in our delegation, we have big young entrepreneurs association who will be also participating tomorrow and will share with all of you to build the bridges between our nations, between our states. We are representing altogether Turkic people is about 170 million. We almost speak the same languages, we understand each other very well, and we would like also to thank the host country, United States of America, who allows us to build the good relations of Turkic state with the United States of America. And we wish success and prosperity between United States of America and between all our friendly countries. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give a big round of applause for the Kyrgyz delegation that has joined us tonight. I want to remind you not to forget to look out the window. We have some very good scenery. I believe we had the Capitol and on to Virginia, Maryland, and the Washington Memorial, as well as the Jefferson Memorial. So please do enjoy the scenery as well. Now I would like to ask the Deputy Chief of Mission of the Tajikistan Embassy, Farhud Salim, to please come and say a few words.
Ladies and gentlemen, honorable guests, our apologies that my ambassador had to leave to Dushanbe yesterday. That's why I'm representing him here. I will just very briefly read his statement. Allow me to express my sincere appreciation to the TAA and Rethink Institute for organizing and hosting the annual convention to discuss the important issues. We highly appreciate the idea of exchanging views about these important issues between our partners and friends. these three subjects, energy, trade, and development, are interconnected, are important for the region and for the world, and the prosperity of our nations. 10 days ago, after 11 years of negotiations and consultations, Tajikistan officially became the member state of the WTO. We highly value the support and assistance of all your countries that provided to my government. Tajikistan, as a strong supporter of the broad and comprehensive cooperation, believes that only collective coordinated efforts, effective regional and international cooperation can serve as a foundation for the joint success and can make us to have a better world and safer place and prosperous life. Allow me to thank our host for this wonderful opportunity and wish them success. Wish us a success to our convention for tomorrow. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Now I would like to ask Ambassador Halil Akıncı, Secretary General of the Turkic Council, to come and say a few words.
Thank you. Thank you. The organization I represent here, although it has its roots deep in history, is a young one. So maybe I should give you some information about the organization. Beginning from 1992, the newly independent Turkic states and Turkey started to meet at the level of heads of state. These were called the Turkic summits. Finally, after 9 summits in Nahchivan in 2009, they decided to form an institution, the Cooperation Council of the Turkic-speaking states were founded in 2009 with a secretariat in Istanbul. And I was appointed by the presidents of 4 countries, 4 member countries, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Azerbaijan, and Turkey, as the first Secretary General. What is the purpose of this organization? The purpose of this organization is enhanced cooperation and finally integration between all the Turkic states. And at the same time, we intend to play a role of stability, contributing to the stability of the region. Now, as the Ambassador of Kyrgyzstan mentioned, altogether all the Turkic states have a population of 170 million and a national income of over 1.5 trillion. With the power that we have, as these figures show, we intend to contribute to the regional stability and to the welfare of our countries. Thank you for your patience.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Ambassador from Montenegro.
First of all, I want to thank to Turkish American Alliance inviting me for this big event, for this important conference. And I found myself a kind of obliged because I have so good relations with Ambassador Namiktan, with the Ambassador of Azerbaijan, and I also follow the idea of the friendship between Turkey and Montenegro, between Turkish and Montenegrin people, our expanding economic and political ties, and I want you a successful conference, successful event, and all the best. Thank you once again.
Ladies and gentlemen, now I would like to ask Congressman Mo Brooks from Alabama to come and say a few words.
It's very much an honor for my wife and I to be able to visit with the Turkish American organization today. Y'all have been very kind. We had the opportunity last year to visit Turkey along with other members of the United States Congress and their staffs. And it was very much an eye-opening experience for us. There was tremendous hospitality shown by the Turkish people to those of us from the United States of America. We were able to visit Istanbul, Ankara, Cappadocia, Ephesus, and a number of other communities. And by way of background, I'm from Huntsville, Alabama, and I'm on the House Armed Services Committee and also on the Foreign Affairs Committee. This was my first opportunity to go to Turkey, and having been there, it educated me a lot. So the information that y'all have been able to share with myself and other members of the United States Congress, that we better understand Turkey as a country, more importantly, Turkish as people. I am most appreciative. I see some of my hosts are here, Umit and Ali. They were fantastic in helping to show us the Turkey that you never get to see unless you actually go there. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. I hope that the American-Turkish relations will continue to improve, that we can find economic paths that are mutually beneficial to both of us, and equally important, that we can do what is necessary to help make sure that there is peace in the Middle East. Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to now ask for all elected officials from various parliaments, members of Congress, if you would like to say a few words, please do come forward.
In Turkish, efendim kıymetli misafirler, şu anda Türkiye'den gelen Yüce Türkiye Büyük Millet Meclisi üyelerini sahneye davet etmek istiyorum. Hep beraber burada bir aile resmi verme adına, hem de iki partiden de arzu edenlerden gece hakkında, gecenin programın manası hakkında bir yorum almak istiyoruz, arzu ederlerse. Evet, milletvekillerimizi bekliyoruz efendim. Sayın Başkanım. Now I'd like to introduce the representative of AK Party, Majority Leader in the Turkish government, Member of Parliament, Ahmet Berat Çonkar of Istanbul.
Thank you very much. Distinguished members of the U.S. Congress, distinguished members of the Turkish Parliament, ambassadors of the Turkic countries, it's a great honor for us to be here in this great event organized by American-Turkic Alliance. It's a great pleasure to be in the capital of the United States with such a important gathering organized by a non-governmental organization. Their success is already proven by what they have done until now, but I believe that their successes will continue growing in the future, and this third convention will be a very important event discussing very crucial subjects for the Turkic world and also the United States, and the relationship between the Turkic countries and the United States will be much more stronger with this type of events. So I would like to congratulate all the organizers for their efforts, and I hope the relationship between the United States and the Turkic world will be much more stronger in the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Çonkar. So now I'd like to introduce the Deputy Chairman of the CHP, the Minority Leader Party, Bülent Bey.
Teşekkür ediyorum. Değerli konuklar, çok değerli büyükelçilerimiz, değerli genel başkan yardımcılarımız, milletvekillerimiz, parlamenter arkadaşlarımız, değerli birlik başkanı arkadaşlar ve Türkiye Cumhuriyetlerden
gelen Amerika'dan katılan dostlarımızla birlikte güzel bir buluşmayı gerçekleştiriyoruz.
Beraber yapalım mı sizin? Honorable Member of Parliament thanked all the, I'm just summarizing because I couldn't follow it all, but he thanks for the organization and sends his greetings to all representatives from all the Turkic countries and other countries. Ben şimdi daha kısa alayım sizden.
Türkiye-Amerikan Birliği etkinliği çerçevesinde buradayız ve yarın da bu çerçevede önemli bir kongreyi birlikte gerçekleştireceğiz.
We are here for Turkey-American Alliance's organization and we will be here tomorrow participating in this important organization.
Özellikle dünyada çağımızda iletişimin kazandığı önem doğrultusunda dünya gittikçe küçülmeye başladı.
Especially communication has become more and more important in our world and this is an important fact.
Ancak bu çerçevede dünyada rekabet de aynı hızla devam ediyor. Artarak dünyada rekabet büyüyor.
From this perspective, though, competition, economic competition in the world is growing at an exceeding speed with the increase in communications.
Bu yoğun rekabetin yüksek olduğu süreçte özellikle Türkiye Cumhuriyetlerdeki dostlarımızla dünyanın birçok bölgesinde birlikte gücümüzün farkına vararak, gücümüzün, birikimimizin farkına vararak daha fazla dayanışma içerisinde olmak zorundayız. Rekabetin arttığı dünyada dayanışmanın önemi her geçen gün daha fazla ortaya çıkıyor.
Because of this increasing competition, we have to be in cooperation with our partners in Turkic countries. The importance of cooperation is increasing, and we have shared experience, and we want to use that experience for this cooperation. This is becoming more important.
İşte böyle önemli bir süreçte Türkiye-Amerikan Birliği'ne ve onun değerli başkanı Faruk Taban nezdinde tüm bu sürece emeği geçen, katkı veren arkadaşlara bu önemli çabaları nedeniyle teşekkür ediyoruz, kendilerini kutluyoruz.
During this important process, I want to ask, thanks Turkey-American Alliance and all our other friends who have prepared this organization, and we want to thank everyone who worked on it.
Bu çalışmanın, çabalarının öneminin farkındayız. Milletvekili heyetimizle bu çerçevede yakından sürece katılmak ve izlemek üzere buradayız. Yarın başlayacak olan çalışmanın önümüzdeki süreçte de dünyada biraz önce sözünü ettiğim gücümüzü bir araya getirmek, birlik ve dayanışma içerisinde dünya rekabetinde hak ettiğimiz noktaya ulaşabilme konusunda önemli katkısı olacağına inanıyoruz ve tekrar teşekkür ediyoruz hepinize.
We realize the importance of this organization, and as members of parliament, that's why we are here. And we want to, as I have talked about, the importance of our increasing our competition, increasing our competitiveness. We understand the importance of this process, and we will be here tomorrow discussing these.
Thank you very much.
Çok teşekkür.
Next, I would like to introduce the member of the parliament from the Kyrgyzstan, Republic of Kyrgyzstan. The member of parliament is with us here, so
Урматтуу түрк тілді ағайын туғандар, бүгін Азиядан, Европадан, Америкадан 3 материктегі туғандар чоғылып жатат.
Dear Turkic brothers, today we are gathering from 3 different continents of the world.
Bir кезде Түрк елінің улуу чолпончусу болгон Кемел Ататүрк кыялданған эртеби кечпи түрк тілді улуттар баш кошот деп, ошол кыялы бүгүн Америкада ишке ашып жатат.
There was a dream of our ancestor, one of the famous person, Kemal Atatürk, that one day Turkic people will come together and cooperate together. And these days are coming already.
Bir keste bir gana erkin Türk memleketi bolgon. Hazır 6 suverendүү Türk tildi memleket var.
There were a time where there was only one Turkic independence country, but today there are almost already 6 countries, Turk independent 6 countries.
Bizdin tilibis bir, dinibis bir, tarıhыбыз bir.
We have common history, common language and common religion.
Biz birge bolsak kelечегибиz de bir.
If we will be together, our future also will be together.
Bundan 1300 yıl ilgeri Türk eli menen Kırgız eli Orhon Enisey жазмаларын ойлоп табышкан.
300 years ago, Turkic people have created Orhan writings.
Murda musulman Türk türdü memleketlerden bir ele parlamentik memleket Türkiye var bolçu. Azı sizler menen joldoş bolup Kırgızstanda parlamentik jol tandap aldı.
Before, among the Muslim countries, Muslim Turkic countries, there was only one parliamentary system. It was Turkey. But today, I'm proudly saying that Kyrgyzstan has joined this group, and we are also Muslim parliamentary system.
Kırgızstan'a investisiya kılgan өлkөлөрдүн içinden Turkiya birinci orunda turat. Bul çınıgı boğordoşluk деп эсептейбиz.
And Turkey is one of the biggest investors to Kyrgyzstan, and we really consider it as a very brotherhood step.
Biz birge bolsok, biz güçlүү bolsok, men oylayм 21-ci kılım Türk doğru, Türk kılımı bolat dep.
And if we will be together, and if we will be put our strengths together, I think that 21st century will be a Turkic century.
Türkiye-Amerikan alyansının içine çok rahmat aytam, iyilik kalayım.
I would like to thank the Turkic-American Alliance and wish all the best for all their initiatives.
Çok teşekkür ederim.
Thank you very much.
Yani bir kişiyle sınırlı değil. Vaktimiz var. Gidilmiyor bir yere. Bir fotoğraf o zaman alalım arzu ederseniz hep beraber. Vali Bey'i de belediye başkanlarına çağırdım mı acaba? Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to invite the governor of Trabzon. Governor Vali Bey'i davet ediyoruz. And the mayor of Antalya, Mustafa Bey. And could I get the ambassadors also, please, for a family picture? All ambassadors, could I get all the ambassadors again for a family picture? And I would like to include also our federation presidents. Our federation, we have 6 federations, so I'd like to invite those to get a family pictures. From Los Angeles, Houston, Chicago, Atlanta, Washington, D.C., and New York, please, for 6 federations. So let's get a family picture here. Biraz daha kompakt olabilirsek, federasyon başkanları böyle alalım. Özgür Bey, buyurun sayın. Biraz Özgür Bey böyle. Do we have all federation presidents here? Do we have all ambassadors? Ambassadors Elin Bey? Mr. Ambassador.
We're still in the picture.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you very much again for your Sayın Mustafa Bey. Birkaç kelime söylemek isterseniz efendim.
Yok artık çok gürültü
evet,
var.
Konuşacağız. Tamam.
She is Ambassador Susan Johnson Cook, and she is the Ambassador at Large for International Religious Freedom. Please give her a very warm welcome.
Thank you. Good evening. How are you? We welcome you so much to your excellencies and to our masters of ceremonies. We want to thank you for the invitation to be here. I bring you greetings from Secretary Kerry and from President Obama and from the entire State Department. I've had a chance to go to Istanbul. I've had a chance to be with many of you. I was just last week with Ambassador Tan at the residence, the Turkish residence, for the jazz concert for Black History Month. And it is my delight and my honor to be with you tonight. Welcome to Washington. Welcome to the United States. Thank you so much for receiving me. I look forward to doing business with you as the International Religious Freedom Ambassador. Thank you so much, Your Excellency.